Hey everybody, welcome back to BrickVault. Today we're taking another quick look at yet another new theme on BrickVault after our first Pokemon builds joined the store. These are called the APU or Armored Personnel Unit and the Sentinel from the Matrix movies. These Minifig scale builds have been designed by Bobacat, who is also responsible for our buildable droids. So you can see they quite enjoy character builds, and you can argue that the APU is also sort of a character build. The APU is a two-legged humanoid exosuit that was seen in the third and last Matrix movie, Matrix Revolutions. It could carry one pilot who sits in the chest area, and the APU carried two automatic guns on its arms. The Sentinel, also referred to as a squiddy by the humans, are squid-like autonomous robotic entities who are wandering the sewers of the dead human cities in search of humans or human-controlled craft, and it's believed that they also take care of the Matrix hardware. If you like these models and are a fan of the movies, as always, you can find the building instructions on our website brickvault.toys, or click the first link in the video description to get directed to these instructions right after watching this video. Let's start with the Armored Personnel Unit. This model, with just shy of 300 pieces, takes inspiration from a ton of exosuit designs from sci-fi, and also kinda reminds me of the good old Exoforce mechs from back in the day. I loved those. Both models are Minifig scale. Here is a handful of Ys for comparison. The APU has two guns replacing the hands. I love the use of the roller skate pieces to represent the radiators, or whatever this is supposed to be. I think it needs those to keep the weapons cool maybe. I also like how the weapon is connected to the back of the walker via these rubber pieces to represent the ammo belt. I think that works really well. Generally, the details on this build are excellent. All these hoses and pipes makes it look really heavy duty and mechanical. You can see there is a nice looking leather seating area for a human piloting this thing. Probably Captain Myfune or Mifune in this case. Speaking of, Bobacat included two parts list for you to build a Captain Myfune or Mifune, I don't know, and a boy working for him for very cheap using existing minifigure pieces, which is a cool touch. A minifig can slot into place without using studs, so it's easy to take it out again, and it sits at an angle which is accurate. There is a roll cage over him, and it can grab onto these joysticks to pilot this thing. Additionally, Bobacat added this printed piece for extra detail, which I love. Posing this thing is fairly easy. There are a couple of articulation points in these legs, so you can give it all sorts of dynamic stances. It worked best for me to keep the feet on the ground and just move the upper body around. It looks super alive like this. There are plenty of ball joints used here to pose it however you like. The arms have even more joints. I recommend using new pieces for the connection points to have some more friction. I found that to be maybe a little better for the connection of the whole arm to the back, but I used used pieces here and it works fine. All connections are surprisingly sturdy, and even though this looks very delicate with all these extremities and articulation points, this build is actually surprisingly very sturdy and fun to pose around. But how does the Captain Myfune get into the cockpit? Of course, he uses this mobile platform that can actually extend up and down, and I gotta say, this is my favorite thing in this whole bundle. I just adore how this actually works to put up and down. So cool to have this function fit into this compact form factor. Anyways, moving on to the opponent of the APU and the humans. This is the Sentinel. It uses around 200 pieces and comes with an integrated clear stand that connects to a black base. I'm such a big fan of how Bobacat made the eyes. This is so eerie looking. Just imagine you are a minifig and come across this on your way home at night in Lego City. Absolutely terrifying. The tentacles again have a ton of articulation points. You can post them in all kinds of directions. Again, this is an instance where I'd recommend using new pieces for the clip and bar pieces so they hold their shape the best. It has clips on the end of each tentacle so you can attach stuff to it, and that's basically it. It's a rather small build, so there's not too much to it, but what's here is really good in my opinion. Again, remember that you can find the building instructions on brickvault.toys. I hope I showed you everything you wanted to see. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed and share in the comments what other builds you'd like to see us do here at BrickVault, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!